Cool. Give me 1 second while I turn on the iPad and then we can get started. Hope everyone is doing well. We're going to have a little fun with some window shopping, just looking around, seeing what's out there, see if we see any deals, and then we'll chat up to about what everybody's interested in right now musically. So I think this is fun to do periodically. It gives us something other than just watching me making a beat or making a song to do. And we can have a nice discussion too at the same time. Let me make sure the volume is down on this thing. Yeah, there we go. Oops. Cool. So 1 second while I get set up. So most of you know that I speak heavily and highly about Valhalla. They don't change their prices, guys. They don't do sales. But I really think that their prices are fair enough for what you get, and the fact that they give out 3 free ones, super massive free, space modulator free, frequency echo free. So grab those for sure to start. And then what I did was I just picked a few that I really wanted, and then I just bought those and then gradually grabbed the other ones. Now I have them all. And I think once you collect them, you'll realize how valuable they are. So that is Valhalla. Let's keep it going. We'll go. You guys have heard me speak enough about um, ample sound with regards to guitars, so I'm going to move on past that, but I just wanted to touch bases on it. Audio modeling, you guys, if you're on um, iOS, you know about this, Swarm Instruments. So looking forward to that. We'll see where this goes and where Ableton Link Audio goes, because that's going to make a difference if they put Link Audio on iOS, which is sounding like it's going to happen. Then you might be able to use your iOS, iPad, or iPhone instruments and record directly into Ableton if you have it, or any of them that I guess use the link audio. So that should be pretty cool. People ask me all the time where I get my chord presets from, like with the jazz and different things. This is it. RenderAudio.com. Go to their chords, grab these Prism packs, and it looks like they're on sale right now. So if you're interested in chords, get your chords, right? Grab them all. That's the best way to do it. There's a bundle here that houses some of these. I think it's like 1, 2, and 3, and the Dark Voids, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 1, 2, 3, and the Dark Voids. Then you can grab the 4 and the 5, which is the Nexus one right here. Cool, so that covers that. Let's go. I have a few more things that I like to use. We talked about fours recently in a video, so I'm going to skip that. We'll be talking about Tom Wolf stuff, the Pigments pack that he's going to drop coming up soon in about 2 days. So we're looking forward to that. If you guys haven't messed with Myth, highly suggest grab the free version first, or at least get the 90 days one. Drop your samples in, create some cool instruments. Traction is dope. I don't use everything in here, but Novum and Myth, and this is the free one that is Myth's fun little sister. So grab that free one, and then if you like it, then get with the real program and grab Myth when you see it on sale. It's not on. It says on sale right now, 125, but I've seen it where it's like $75. So you might want to wait until it's a little bit cheaper, but that's still worthy to check out. Traction.com. Let's keep it going. I'll tell you something I kind of missed hardware wise. I miss my S4 at times. It got kind of stale for a minute, I think, but I still miss it. It was such a fun little instrument to mess around with. But it's not for everybody, but it's pretty cool. So that's one that I'm kind of thinking about right now. And if you guys bring up anything in the comments section, I'll look it up and we'll take a look at it. So feel free to chime in. This is a discussion for a reason. I'm just showing you different things that I look at and that I like. And you can also bring up stuff you like. For the SP404 Mark II, looks like we're still on version 501. So that hadn't changed much at all. Any of you guys rocking the Dirty Wave M8? Looks like it's sold out again. He does it in batches, I see, but yeah, the Mark II. That I had that device and kind of there's times where I miss it, but I know it's not something I need. It's just something that I enjoy to have. It was cool making little simple beats on it. But and it sounds really good too. I'm not even going to touch Teenage Engineering right now. It's kind of pricey for my most people's needs, but if you I guess the one thing on Teenage Engineering everybody's kind of messing with is the KO. People are still digging this thing, especially now that they came out with the 128 megabytes instead of 64. So that's kind of cool if you're interested in this workflow. And it's pretty cool for making little beats and things of that nature. It looks like it's $329 right now. Not bad if if you're into it. Of course, Spectrasonics, we already know. We talk about that a lot. Somebody asked me recently, where do I get my Valhalla wrappers that you use inside of Ableton? This is where it is right here, elizabethhomeland.com. And you can see here Valhalla wrappers. If you buy it, it's 14 bucks. You get all of the Valhalla wrappers. So if you buy the Valhalla preset plugins, then you'll have the wrappers in Ableton. You don't need it if you're not in Ableton, but for any Ableton user that's ever wondering, and they do other wrappers too. Like I have the where is it? I have the oh yeah, right here, Sound Tools. Toys. Sound Tools. They are tools, but Sound Toys one too is pretty good. And then there are some Arturia wrappers, but if I'm not mistaken, the Arturia ones are just for the effects. So if you're using the effects in Ableton, then yeah, it's pretty cool. $14, not bad. It works out pretty good. Kilohertz wrappers, if you have that. I don't have kilohertz, so unfortunately, it doesn't really do anything for me personally, but it is something that's there. Let's talk about some more music stuff. Again, chime in whenever you're ready if you want to. Um, looks like Hunter just went live. Cool. Luthrum for the preset packs. I've talked about this recently. They just dropped a couple of new ones, one for Omnisphere and then one for Zebra, which is right here, Zebra. This is the Yuhi stuff. So if you sign in and you decide you want to get involved, their stuff is really good too. They do quality preset packs. Expressive E, I'm always going to speak highly of them as I use their keyboard. Sometimes it's actually, if you're ever interested in their keyboard, getting the software from them directly, like Lounge Lizard, Dune 3, some of these other ones can be cheaper in here. It's not on sale at the moment, but keep your eyes and ears open to that. I'm hoping this will come to, if you guys haven't seen this Tati Studio, it's pretty cool little sequencer. It's a web-based sequencer. If you haven't checked this out, they were supposed to be bringing it to iOS. I know it's in beta, but it hasn't, as far as I know, they haven't dropped it on iOS for people to buy it yet. But yeah, Tati dot studio. So check that out when you get a chance. We'll wait for that to load and keep it pushing at the same time. Let's see. If you guys haven't checked out Pocket Drummer, Highly suggest this one. It's a fairly good price at 49. I think it's really good. You can bring your own samples in or design your own with the 50 drums that they have on. There is a way, if I remember right, to drop samples in. I haven't really messed with it much because I enjoy the samples that they actually have. But yeah, it's a great program to have. We'll keep it going for the cost. Trying to think of what else that we'll take a look at some hardware too. Of course, you guys know Arturia. I still love this board. The Astrolab 37, I have it right in front of me. I really dig it. That's my dog. And if you haven't got the V collection, highly suggest the V collection, particularly pigments. If you get nothing else, get pigments at least. But catch it on sale. Do not buy that at full price. That's crazy. In a way, I would encourage anybody to buy it. I think they have a sale right now going on the effects right now. But yeah. So that's read online. Yeah, they're in Discord. And this is it right here. So this is a free thing that you can use online. You can browse for samples. It's web-based. And I've done videos in the past about it. It's been a while. I haven't used it myself in a while, but it's a fun little program if you like the Electron workflow vibe. And yeah, we can say allow. And dropping samples in, and then all these modulations you can do, and the EQ and the distortion, the filters. It sounds really good, and you can create patterns, and you can export the MIDI, and then at the same time, I mean, it's a full-on little, I'm gonna call it a groove box, right? Inside of a web base. So you could use this on your phone, you could use it wherever. I would say use it on the iPad before I would use it on the phone, just because it's so um it's a lot of moving of dials here, you see, like the grooves and all that. But this thing is fun, man. If you haven't tried it. What's up, Davey? Wee. There you go. Shout out Davey. So yeah, it's got a synth built into it, filters. So if you like the Electron workflow, this is a pretty cool device that you can use. And it's obviously web based until they bring it to iOS, and then it'll be different and then you can use it. So you can select the input, you can put your libraries in there, you can render the audio down to whatever you want it to be. It's fun to make little drum breaks and things in here. It's kind of cool. So if you haven't tried it, it's free. I mean, just try it out. Tati.studio, web based. Cool. We're going to keep it pushing. We're not going to spend too long on one thing. We'll keep going. If you're interested in sampling from music, sampleit.io is really nice. I don't want this to get copyright strike, so I'm going to click off of here so it doesn't start playing a song on me. But sampleit.io, that's the place to go for samples. All right, let's keep going. Let's see, what else is out there that we haven't talked about or I haven't talked about? This is a really cool site if you don't know about it, especially if you're an Ableton user, elephant.io. And that's the way it's spelled. You can see it up there. And he has all these different tools that you can buy. Some stuff is free, some stuff you have to pay for. But this is a lot of Ableton stuff if you're an Ableton Live user. You can see he promotes fours, which I talk about a lot. A lot of this stuff I actually have. Some of this stuff you don't really need. This is kind of cool seeds, but if you're in the newer Ableton or whatever, you don't really need some of this stuff. Some of this is built into it. So this is kind of a cool Swiss Army metering tool here if you want it. It's nice to see it. It's only like $8. So these are all some Ableton tools. There's Opal. I talked about that in a previous video. Little sequencers and chord tools and synthesizers and textural stuff you can do. It's all fun, tools that you can use in Ableton. So check out elephant.io. Definitely a worthy one to look into if you're going to do it. If you guys don't know, soundghost.net, pretty cool. He has his own instruments that you can get into, effects plugins, but he also does presets for certain hardware. So let's just take a peek. So if you're in the Ableton Move, the OPXY, the Field, the Mini Freak, the Micro Freak, the Sub 37, he's doing stuff for the Voca Machine, the ASM Hydrasynth, Circuit Tracks, Korg OP6, Serum. So he does, his stuff is really good. I mean, actually, I think all of his packs that I've heard, at least the OPXY, the Move, the Field, and the Mini Freak stuff was really good. So check him out at soundghost.net. This is free promotion. I'm not actually paid by any of these companies to show you this. I'm just showing you what I personally look at. And if you have anything that you like me to look at, feel free to share. This is show and tell today. Everybody can talk about things and we'll look them up. One place to check pricing, and sometimes they have sales, is this one here, jrrshop.com. They do a lot of mostly software stuff, but if you check here, they have some free things, and then they have daily deals that you can get. Some of it's hardware stuff, so you can look through those. And then they do group buys, and so when they do group buys, you can find out what you have to sign up, as far as I remember, to do the group buy stuff. But these are the feature specials. So take a look at that. Sometimes there's great deals depending on what you're looking for and what's on sale, obviously, that you can go through and find some deals on certain things that you may be interested in. Some of it you may not, some of it you may. You may. Just depends. Like here's Omnisphere still for the upgrade. Piano Tech, if you guys are interested in that. They still got the Veriflute. I still haven't tried this one yet, and something makes me want to try it at $39. But we'll see. Cherry Audio is pretty sweet. Their stuff is really nice, and it's affordable at this price for sure. Let's just scroll through, see what else is here, and sometimes it looks like packs and different things. Interesting. Very cool. So yeah, jrrshop.com. Go there and check out their specials and things that they have. Now we'll hit up Plugin Boutique, which is another one. By the way, Plugin Boutique gives you, I'm showing you mine. They give you some virtual cash that you can use towards your next purchase. So that's kind of a cool thing at Plugin Boutique. They have some free stuff sometimes. They also have deals. So you can take a look at their deals, like this Roland D50 synth. $50 or $49 is 67% off. So check out their deals. If you don't have RC20, it's kind of a goaded plug-in to have in the arsenal. It's on sale now, 40% off. PB is my go-to. Yeah, plug-in boutique. Absolutely. Mine too, Davey. What's up, Marcus? Good to see you, man. Yeah, it's my go-to. I bought Black Hole too from, I think I bought it from here. I bought Scalar from here. Looks like Scalar's on sale 20% off. Black Hole is 80% off. That's crazy. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it's pretty cheap. This is a good app. I usually don't promote IK Multimedia stuff because it's most of the time it's not that good, but it's decent. And the Moto Bass too, if you want something that's kind of cheap, where you get a bunch of different basses in one. $50 right now, that's pretty cheap. And long as you like the IK Multimedia stuff, not a bad deal in itself. Looks like there's a sale on Little Altar Boy, which is only $50 basically. And of course, it keeps going. You can load more, so that's pretty good. But yeah, everybody knows to go here to Plugin Boutique, check out the deals, studio tools, instruments. There's so much effects and things that you can find. But check out the deals because you want to see what you can find for free. And they always give you a free gift. Let's see what the free gift is right now. Choose 4 free gifts, including Melodyne and Riffer. 4 free gifts. Oh, choose from 4. I was like, they giving away 4? One of 4. So cluster delay. Theanton, I don't even know what that is. TAWUS. Riffer, we all know Audio Modern's Riffer. Or you can get Melodyne 5 Essential by Celemony. Not bad. Depending on what you want and what you like. So there's some pictures of that. All you got to do is buy one paid item and they give it to you. Pretty cool. Looks like it ends on the 28th, which is the end of the week. So if you're interested in any of those for free, buy something small that they offer and grab one of those free ones. It'd be worth it. See what else is out there. Let me open another screen. We're going to go look at some hardware too. Why not? We can use Sweetwater. I usually go American Music Supply, but Zounds and American Music Supply, same thing. Different companies, but they use the same stuff. What's up, Wonder Art? Bought Song Athletics Ruiner the other day, $9 with discount. Hey, congrats on that. Finding a minimal audio is fire. Minimal audio. Let's look at minimal audio. Plugins, right? Minimal audio. Ooh, they definitely look cool. Oh, they the one. I didn't know they were the ones that make Current. I know what that is. I don't use it, but I know what it is. Interesting. Might have to look at that one day, see if I can get into it. I think when I saw it the first time, I wasn't really sold on it, but it's been a while, so who knows? Song Athletic Ruiner. Is that a plugin that we can find on here? Song. Or is that something we buy from? Yeah, the free cluster delay. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. This one. Free cluster delay. I need to look into it. Definitely do your research and watch videos on this to see if it's something you'll like. I have all access. I'm on all access, but also have permanent license. The new flanger is nice. Is it? All of this stuff you guys are talking about is from minimal audio, right? The flanger, poly flanger. It's only $29. I'm gonna have to look into this a little more now that you guys are on here talking about it. It's got me interested, especially at that price. And it's good till March the 18th. That's a little time to do some research. I tell you what I really like that's not on here anymore. I don't know if they left for whatever reason, but it's anything glitch machines. I love their stuff. If you guys don't know what glitch machines is, you should check them out. Now I didn't mess with the synthesizer. I got enough FM synthesizers and things of that nature, but everything else, and this one I don't really know what this is, but actually some of this stuff looks new. So the Polygon, the Cataract 2 are the ones I probably use the most, and Fracture XT, which I don't even see on here. I see Fracture, I don't see Fracture XT. I never mess with the synth, and these must be like sample packs or something that you can use in this because I don't remember any of this. Plexus, Abstract Impacts. Yeah, I think these are sample packs. Yeah, it says right here packs. So we'll have to look at that. Um, Glitch Machines is dope. Yes, it is, man. Glitch Machines is dope. If I just could pick a few to get, I actually don't use this one that much, but the Cataract 2, the Palindrome 2, and Fracture are probably like my most used ones. I would probably just get those three, but I got them all for, and by the way, these are free if you don't see that right here. I got all of them for less than $100 one time on Plugin Boutique. When they were on Plugin Boutique, I think they removed them, unfortunately. And I think they removed them because they got into issue or something. I don't remember why exactly, to be honest, but I heard there was some issue with payment or something. I don't know any of that stuff and how it works, but anyway, it was just a. So here's the plugins, Cataract 2. So yeah, Glitch Machines is dope. I'll have to check into those minimal audio stuff. Let's take a look at a couple pieces of hardware. I'm not even going to talk about Akai's MPC XL because everybody knows there's a million videos about that. But I will say there is something ASM has come out with that at some point, if they ever would drop a mini, so this is like the ASM Hydrosynth Explorer, which is a smaller mini keys version. If they ever drop a version like that for the Liva synth, I think that's how you pronounce it, Livia or Liva, I might be interested. Because after looking at some of the details, I mean, it's like 8 oscillators or something in this. Look at this thing, how these pads, I guess it's like a step sequencer or something down here. Either way, they got a random button on this joint, and I'm all in. As soon as that it's on there, so I'm definitely interested in it. Would love to at least try it. There it is right there. There's the random button. But to be able to do 8 oscillators, look at this, 8 oscillators. That's crazy. Crazy. Insane. I would love to just try it out to see it. It's a 16 voice Hydra algorithmic synthesizer. So it's pretty cool. And it's got aftertouch and MPE, which is kind of nice. So it would go well with something like the Osmos for sure. So yeah, really cool. This is something that's interesting because I never expected them ASM to do this, but they don't have good ratings right now. And I could understand like there's a lot of wind synthesizers out there that are available, but they only got in 2 reviews. Looks like one is 5 star, incredible. And the other one is most of the keys are not working. Hoping the replacement works. So yeah, that happens. It's a new device. But this is something that I'm kind of interested in. It's more of like a electronic, but it's a real instrument type thing. Electronic real instrument, I guess that goes together. Something that I would like to check out. If there's any hardware things you guys want me to look at, yeah, I'll be glad to. I'm just scrolling around looking for stuff. Software and recording sale. See what sales they got going on over here. I tell you what I'm looking at is speakers right now. And this is one of them, Cali Audio. I forget the company that owns Cali Audio, but I don't want these huge speakers here. I want something small. So they make one that is called, oh, let me go find it. Cali Audio L LP UNF. That's it right there. And they have different colors now. I think when I first saw it, it was like I only saw the black, but now it's like they have different colors. So I've been really thinking about grabbing a pair of these. Particularly, I like the well. These I'm not a big on the red. The blue is okay. The white is cool. But it doesn't matter to me really which color. I'll take any of them. And there's a certified box that's even cheaper, which I may have to look at. Looks like they're back ordered other than this certified box. But these speakers here have a really good flat response to them. And if you look on the back, they have dip switches, and those dip switches allow you to get different, sort of like EQing wherever you place the speaker, depending on, and they tell you how to set it. And then it's got, you see that USB-C? So you don't need an actual audio interface for it. You can literally just plug it into your computer or your iPad and then send that out to the speaker. And that little output to secondary spot goes to this other speaker in here. These are designed in California. They're made in China, of course. That's how they're able to sell them so cheap. But the cool part is they're not that big. They have Bluetooth connectivity, which is really good if you just want to play music through them. But I was thinking I could hook my all my computers and things through them and then run my record player through it also. So that's the plan in my mind to get them. I've been looking at other ones too, but this one, for as far as the sound, gets really good ratings, and almost every reviewer I saw on YouTube that had them spoke highly of the sound. So that's something to think about, right? Getting the sound. Of course, you guys, if you've been following, you know that I'm waiting. Should be here tomorrow. I'll be doing a review for the Zoom L6 Max. So if you don't know about that, I used to have the L6, loved it, but there was a lot of stuff I didn't use it till its full potential. I didn't have the Astrolab 37 or the Osmos at that time, so I had no real reason to use it. But now that I'm got these two devices and I use them pretty much all the time, this is going to come in handy. I'll be able to pretty much run my mic, my two keyboards, the iPad using this sub out. I'll send that just like Crazy Rabbit mentioned in his video. So I'll be able to send the sub out to the iPad using the dongle that we talked about so highly, which is Sonos. By the way, if you're wondering where the Sonos is, I kind of mentioned it in a previous video. B&H. So if you go to B&H Photos, it's the only place that I've seen it. So if you guys want to, oops, I didn't mean to type that in. I think it's under accessories, and there it is. So you can get it in white or black. And this little dongle you can plug into your iPhone or iPad or whatever you want to plug it into, and then send your little 3.5 from the whatever device you're trying to record. So it's a line in adapter. There it is a little bit closer. And this is worth this 20 bucks, believe that. So if you haven't grabbed one, highly suggest just get one. Even if you don't think you're going to use it right now, just get it. I've been thinking about getting a second one just to have it, in case the other one breaks or something. Because there's not a lot of line in adapters out there. And it's basically like a little portable interface. It's basically what it is. So if you haven't seen this, I've talked about it a bunch. I know um, Crazy Rabbits talked about it a bunch. It's a great tool to have. That with the lines with the L6, you can use the headphone if you're on the regular, or if you're on the this one, you have two. You can see the two headphones there, the monitor and the sub out. So you can send out to your iPad, and now with that device, the Sonos line in adapter, you basically have a second port going out somewhere to record. So you can record into your iPhone or whatever you want to do. And that's what Crazy Rabbit was talking about in his video. If you haven't watched it, go watch it for sure. because it's a mixer and an audio interface with the screen, so it allows you to record to it. And it's worth it. I got it cheaper than this because I did a video about it. I went to another site and it was found it cheaper. So I didn't pay this. Got like 17% off or something like that. So catch a sale if you can, because this is the regular price. All right, more deals. So I've been looking at speakers. Anything you guys been looking at hardware wise that you are interested in? Because I've been trying to find like desktop speaker stands, but I need to find them cheap. So I'm probably going to end up on Amazon if I'm being honest. They're not cheap no matter where you go. I'm being honest about that too. But I also these Kento Audio, they make some cool speakers. They're nice, but the problem is they're not as flat and you can't adjust the EQ on them, so you're kind of stuck with what you have. Rabbit is happy with it. Yes, he is. Because he kind of when he tested it, because he had all the stuff, right? He already had the L6. He kind of helped me to see too, like, hey, I need to just lock in with that. It kind of really fulfilled my needs too, because I was looking for that dual interface, and we just kind of realized we already have it. We just gotta, you know, think outside the box a little bit. So yeah, these right here, these little Behringers, $41 for the pair. Kind of nice. Something I might end up getting just to put the speakers on. They make some other ones that are really nice that do the tilts. I'm not sure if this one does the tilt. I think this one's just up and down. But the tilts are kind of nice if you can get a tilt one that tilts for your desk, because there's something about having the monitors up in the air that actually works better. So that's something that I'm considering. Something that I'm desperately in need of, and I'm trying to wait and see is like what they call a selfie stick. I think Crazy Rabbit was talking about this too. A selfie stick, because I'm trying to do the top down view, but at this present point, I'm not able to do it because I haven't found something that's sturdy enough. And the last thing I tried, I had to send it back because it was falling apart. Speaking of, I think I can show you that. Let's see. Recent. No, I'm not going to sign in. Definitely won't be doing that. Well, can't show you that. So we'll talk about that on another one. But there's the selfie stick. It wasn't even a selfie stick that I tried, and it just didn't work. It was terrible. We'll get rid of that. So I'm going to definitely look into this minimal audio. Appreciate you guys for pointing that out because I never really paid attention. I think like I said, I heard of them. I just didn't really pay attention to it. I think that's it for me that I'm looking at. If there's anything you want me to take a look at, I'd be glad to. Mine's are from Gravity. Oh, you have speaker stands? Good brand. Also got mic stands from them. Gravity. So is Gravity, did you get it off of Amazon or did you find it on Gravity Speaker? You went to actual, let me see. Oh, is this in the States or where is this at? Let's see. Where to buy? I don't want to put my zip code information in here. I don't care if you know that I'm in Cali though. So, oh, okay. They got some in Sacramento. That's cool. That's close. I didn't mean to close that out. I wanted to look at the ones you were talking about, Gravity products, speaker, microphone stands, speaker stands. Did you get let's see. Do these have tilts? Go to this product. This looks like this has the tilt right there, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, these are nice. How much are they? Of course, they won't show you on here. We won't be putting that information in. Okay, cool. Well, I'll look at those and see. Miner from Gravity, Toman and okay. So if they're on Amazon, then we could look at that. I don't think I have to log in to look at Gravity. Oops. Speaker stands. I can't spell today. Nice. Speaker stands. Is that them? Yeah, there we go. I'm hoping that's the cost for one pair. Studio monitor speaker stand. Really? That's the cost of one? Good Lord. That's crazy. Is that really what the cost of one is? 80 something dollars? They look nice, but Lord knows that's expensive. My table I bought for the synth is the same brand, sits in my basement at the moment, that one. Wow. Some people, yeah. I ain't mad at you. That's just a little pricey from what I like. So those are cool and they look good for sure. There's another brand that's called that somebody was telling me to get, which are isoacoustic acoustic stands. Oops, not tans, but stand these. And 70, I think these are the ones, yeah. And you get a pair, it's like 135 for a pair. Yeah, see a pair right here. So that solid, like for the whole pair paying 135. You just got to make sure you get the one that holds the right weight and is the right width. And I think this is it. And these, by the way, they tilt. So just so you can see, here's how they tilt. You can see. So these are supposedly really good. The Gravity one looks very sturdy, and I'd be open to getting something like that if it wasn't if it was a pair for around 80 something dollars. But yeah, I don't know about paying for one that's 80 something dollars. That's a little pricey. But I'm sure you got those at a good rate, especially if you bought a table from them and other stuff from them. You probably got a good deal, I'm assuming, which makes sense. So here's how they look on the stands. These speakers are big too. Like the ones that I'm looking at right now are smaller than these. So it'll definitely fit on there and work. But yeah, Gravity. I mean, isoacoustics. I'm gonna definitely look more into the Gravity. If I can find whichever one I find on sale is the one I'm gonna go with, more than likely. But I gotta first get the speakers. Now the cool thing is the other speakers I was looking for, or I mean the speakers I'm looking for are looking at, I should say, are on sale right now for 274. So it's like $75 off. So it's worth it to probably grab them now because you're not gonna get them that much cheaper. So, but anyway, I don't like speakers because I don't get to play stuff out loud all the time. But what's cool about it is for the channel, what's nice about having some speakers is going to be I could play something out loud for you guys to hear without me having to screen record everything. The workaround right now is that I can use my iPhone as a camera to cast down, shoot the audio through the computer, and then you can still hear it and see me play. And you're going to get better clarity than if I try to do it through a speaker. But it's kind of nice to have speakers too. when you want to break from listening through the headphones. It's just another reference source. But this gravity thing is kind of cool, man. I'm gonna have to keep my eyes and ears open and see if I see anything that they do a sale or something. Those stands are about half the price of a decent 3D printer. Which one's the gravity? What's up, Moby? You talking about the gravity stands? Or are you talking about something else? Because these are the gravity ones that he's talking about. They're 80, about $90. They don't sell, but $90 normally. Speaker stands are not cheap, apparently. Or at least good ones. You can get some cheap stuff if you want. Okay, you saying the ones I was looking at before you can make them. Yeah, if you know what you're doing with a 3D printer, by all means. I do have some foam from my old speakers that I think I saved that foam that I could put them on, but that's not the same as a speaker stand. The $131 ones? Yeah, but those are cheaper than the gravity ones. I mean, 80 something dollars for a speaker stand. That's $160 for just a stand. Like, see how you see something like this where it's like these $80 with its two stands. That's a pair. I'm with that. But oh, these right here is the one you were talking about that are. Yeah, I get what you're saying. They are. I'm assuming they're plastic, acoustic isolation. There's these little shock absorbers supposedly on it though that where is it? Manage the energy of the speaker that help with the to reduce the vibration. See right here? The isolated manage energy to reduce the vibrations. So that's the key. Is it going to reduce the vibration of when it's rattling on your desk if you try to turn it up? So you could go without it. There's some cheap stuff, like you can get some of these, but see, they have those little stupid clamps on them, and those C clamps are terrible. I mean, they shake too much. So you try to put that on a speaker, it's gonna be you're asking for some problems. So I tend to want to find something that is gonna be now. You could, in theory, I see what you're saying. Like you could try to build this, but how are you gonna build the shock absorbers? And how are you gonna have them where they tilt? See how they tilt? So you got to be able to do all of that and figure out how you're gonna build them where they tilt. That's a little too much for my taste. I mean, if you can get a pair for this price, you're only paying what is that like 50, 60, $70 maybe well, it might be the same. No, that's like 65, $70. $70 a piece, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of expensive. I really wouldn't want to pay this for a speaker stand, but you know, catch a sale, whatever you gotta do. I mean, they have some like these wood ones here, but that are cheap. The only problem I have with this is you can't tilt it. It's gonna be just stationary. So if you get something like this, you just expect that you're not gonna be moving them. You get no, and I don't know if they're gonna rattle or not or shake. I mean, they are cheap though for $50. So that's the thing. You got to figure out what you really are cool with. So the only reason I looked at the ISO acoustic ones is because this guy who you guys may have heard of him, Audio Juice. He's all over the internet. I guess he's like a some type of engineer, producer, or whatever. He speaks highly of these particular ones. Not that you got to get that because he says it, but he does that kind of stuff. With the speakers and whatever. So I just figure if he recommended, I'd look into it. And believe me, I hate that price. That price is insane. But unless you catch a deal, so we'll see. I'm not saying I'm guaranteed I'm getting these, but the speakers I probably will. I'm gonna have to just see what I can find out there. I'll keep looking. I almost did buy the ISO audio, but decided on Gravity. You might have went the right direction to go with Gravity. I definitely think the Gravity looks cool. The price is a little insane, um, but it's not. I mean, if you're gonna get your usage out of our money's worth out of it, it might be fine. I also looked at stuff like this, but I don't have the room to put on the floor. My desk takes up so much space. So I kind of don't want to go that route, but I do want the ability to be able to adjust it and not I mean if you're going to pay like 80 something dollars, you might as well have something that's adjustable. So the Gravity may be something I go with. I'll definitely consider it for sure. I'm glad you pointed it out to me. At least I know somebody else has it. And it looks really high tech. Look at this adjustments. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I mean, it looks good. I don't know I have to read a little bit about what size speaker, but I'm sure the ones that I was looking at should fit on it just fine. Yeah, I'm not buying a stand like that, and I'm definitely not touching that. Cool. If you guys know of anything else that's better, I'm always open to looking it up and checking it out. Why not? So let me ask you this, Davey, since you have this one, do you have any issues with it rattling or shaking on your desk? Have you found it to be making noises or anything while you're pumping sound through it? Or maybe you don't pump your sound that loud, or I'm not sure. I'm just wondering. Oh, you got the Yamaha H7s on them. Did not move an inch since setup. Oh wow. Okay. So that's even bigger speakers than what I was talking about. And you're saying that they hold up pretty good. So let me take a look at your speakers. I think I know which ones you're talking about. These are some good speakers. They run flat too, if I'm not mistaken. So you have the HS7s. These are good. I remember I bought the eights. I want to say there's an 8-inch one or something. I had them at one time. I got them used, and but I don't remember what I paid. It wasn't this much for sure. It was cheaper, but that was so long ago. I can't remember, and I haven't used speakers in so long. But yeah, these are nice. These are really nice. 6.5. That's nice. Yeah, for me, I don't need that much of a speaker, though I do like these. But these speakers are nice. Yeah, they are really nice. They are definitely nice. And it looks like they come in white, which looks cool. $700. Yeah, I mean you can't go wrong. That's a solid price for some really good studio monitors. Do they have the I'm sure they do. Let me look at the back. So you get a level. So you do get a little EQ room control stuff. Okay. A little bass port on the back. Yeah, those are nice. I wish all of them did showed you the let's see, the ones Kali Audio. So I used to have, well, this is the version 2. I used to have version 1 of these. is the 6.5s, similar to they're like more a little more affordable, 250 each. Let me see if they still look the same. Yeah, they do. So yeah, and they have the switches on the back, and the switches you set based on where your monitor is going to be setting and whether you want what EQ. Like I usually kept them in neutral, but yeah. So these were the ones I had, the version ones when they first came out, and they were really good. Solid speakers, no issues whatsoever, very clear. Yeah. Smaller, those speakers are HS5s. Oh, the HS5s, yeah. I remember the HS5s too. I don't know why I went with the Cali. Somebody said they were really good at an affordable price. I think that's why I went for them at the when I bought them the first time, and they really were. They were solid. I mean, you can see here's a deal right here where they're selling them for 229 for these gray ones, as long as you don't mind the color. 20 bucks savings per. You can get two of them for 460. It's pretty good. A couple $100 savings. Here's the ones I'm looking at though right here. I mean, that's pretty good for the pair. These are only 4 inch, but I can't play my music that loud where I'm at anywhere. Most of the time I have to wear headphones. So for me, even if I wanted to get something like this, it would be too much speaker. I couldn't turn it up. So it kind of, to me, it's kind of pointless to have speakers if you can't halfway turn them up and you don't have the area for that. Which is why I've kind of stuck with not using speakers and just getting good headphones. Um, yeah, the LP6. Yeah, so I have the LP. I had the LP6 a while ago. I should have kept them, but I didn't because I never turned them on. They were just too dang loud, to be honest. I have the Edifier, Edifier R1700 B2s, but they are basically paperweights most of the time. See, that's the same thing for me, Moby. I have to use headphones most of the time, so it's like investing a lot in speakers is just not really it's not worth it half the time because you end up with something that's just exactly what you just said. It's a paperweight, and I'm questioning why at the time why I was buying it. Why am I even looking at it now, right? When most of the time I'm not gonna even turn it on. That's the kicker. They're also built hi-fi speaker, good references in the hi-fi world, also of on the home cinema. Now that is true. I've heard a lot of people use their speakers for the to watch TV through, which I like playing like the records. Like when I'm playing a record that I'm just listening to music. That's what I do. Like if my family is gone from the house, then I can turn on the record player and just listen to music that way, and it works just fine. But that's only like a couple days in a week. So it's like, am I gonna do it every time? I would have to get my money's worth. I would literally have to have at least 2 days a week where I'm playing some music out loud. I mostly use headphones or just built-in iMac speakers. Hey, I understand that. Yeah, that's the same here. I'm same exact way. I don't really use speakers that much, hardly at all. But when you want a speaker, sometimes it's nice to have it. If you have it as an option when you don't want to put headphones on, it's kind of cool. But it is expensive for what it's worth, unless you're gonna use them for more than one thing, I guess. I guess that's where it comes down to each person has to figure their own thing. Near field. But yeah, so that is it. If anybody else has anything, I'll be glad to look it up, but I'm gonna probably get off here in about a couple minutes. Just wanted to go through and look at all the different things that are going on out there. Tomorrow, like I said, I'll be doing the Zoom L6 Max. Hopefully, assuming FedEx doesn't do me like they always do, which is change the dates. I don't understand how they're the most late people I've ever seen. They tell you one thing and then deliver it another day. So anyway, it is what it is. What can we do? So yeah, cool. Well, thank you, Moby. Thank you, Davey. Well stopped in, Marcus. Appreciate you, Wonder Art. Thank you, and anybody else that stopped in that didn't maybe comment but just stopped in and hit the like button. Appreciate you too. And we will be on. Maybe I'll do some music a little later, making a couple, make something. We'll do something together musically. But I just wanted to do a little window shopping just to see what was out there. And yeah, we'll see you guys later on the next one.